Hello, gamers. Welcome to ZGC. My name is Aurelius, and today we're playing Evolution Battle for Utopia. As you can see, we got the Phoenix system built, but we don't have a Phoenix missile currently. Dominion showed up a few hours before I started recording this, and I went ahead and took it out with our current missile. But don't worry, we don't need it for right now. Um, we're just we're gonna save that for the next video when we go take out the coast, and got a couple of other buildings built up here, such as this reconnaissance center. You know, you can look at 3D models of the enemies and everything, and once we kill enough, we'll actually be able to do research and increase our capabilities against them, such as crit damage and doubled aim shot damage and stuff like that. So it'll just help us take out enemies easier as we move along through the game. And there was the embassy there. I was gonna show footage of that, but yeah, it requires being friends on Facebook, and I don't know how I feel about giving out my personal information like that. Here we are at the hub. Main reward for this is a brand new Magmatite mine, which give me all the mines. You know what I'm saying? So there's a conversation with Schroeder and everything, and I get distracted by a lot of anomalies while I was going through this, and a couple of base attacks. So if the videos just look weird and you miss an enemy that I'm attacking or anything, I'll go ahead and call them out. So the first enemy we're gonna take out is the one closest to us. And if you haven't done it already, or if it's your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell. That way you never miss out on a upload going up on the channel. And you can also follow me on Twitter, Discord, Facebook, and a few other things. Links will be down there in the description section. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and get through the battles. I'm sorry there's no internal audio, especially if you caught the other video I uploaded alongside this one, where that one does have game audio. I need to say game audio instead of internal audio, because internal audio is more of a technical term. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't know if this particular game, being Evolution Battle for Utopia, allows for the recording of game audio, because devs of these apps definitely have that option for privacy reasons and whatever. So even if you have full capabilities of recording game audio, it doesn't necessarily mean the game will allow you to record that audio, which is why I missed the headset. I lost it so much, because that will just record everything, um, no matter what. And they're out of stock, and they don't know when they're getting more. So it's kind of depressing. But I'm going to try some other things, see if we can get some game audio for this, because you guys really, really need to hear some of the stuff Risky says. Like, he constantly is making me chuckle with all the things he says, and the commander says some pretty raunchy things too. I mean, this game doesn't feel as serious as the sequel does. There's a kind of humor to it, kind of like along the lines of like Duke Nukem, Conker's Bad Fur Day, and everything, where it wants to be serious, but it's not quite there. So it's just lots of fun. But because you guys can't hear all of that goodness, and the length of this video, which is about an hour long, I don't think I'll talk through it, but I don't want to leave you guys with nothing but silence. And I do got some music I can throw in here and everything, but it's not going to cover the entire hour. I mean, I can make the music cover the entire video, but you're gonna be tired of whatever song I choose by the end of it, 'cause nobody wants to hear the same thing, especially if it's only like a minute or two long, and that for an hour, like you're just gonna be sick and tired of it. So I'm just going to try to talk my way through this. Yeah, a lot of these battles, they weren't particularly difficult. There was a lot of shield bearers going through this, and a few commanders, and handful of snipers, and a couple of demolishers. So I mean, we fought some pretty damaging enemies, I should say, but nothing that we could not handle with our current state and everything. So, um, we got some pretty good loot out of this too. I know there's like one point where I'm like wasting shotgun ammo so I don't overstock on shotgun ammo, because there's a lot of shotgun ammo that dropped in this too. But here we go with the first of the shield bearer fights, and there's some very interesting combinations of formations. So the max enemies you'll ever see is three. And there are some pretty interesting combinations that gave me some trouble and me freaking out. I made some mistakes to survive, or while I was trying to survive. So like, look forward to those. Those happen way later on. Yeah, it's good. We do have access to the Magmatite mine. I've leveled it up a few times, and then we get access to a new area as well while we're going through this. So I don't think it was actually related to the hub area. I think it was just because of our level up that we got access to it, and we'll go ahead and close out the video with that particular area. But yeah, it's just these shield bearers, man, dual shield bearers, and with a partner that doesn't do energy or asset damage. Like Frisky's just sitting there, and there's nothing for him to do. So I can't wait until we get access to Roxy, because she'll help out with the acid damage. And while the acid pistol is great for right now, we'll eventually get pistols that will do more damage than it, and we'll just bring an acid partner to deal with our armored enemies, and then we'll get access to acid grenades as well. So, can't wait to get a hold of those. And I think the coast, I looked at the rewards for that area, get a new AR and a new machine gun as well. So, um, oh, this one, look right there. That two up there changes. I mess up this first go, first attempt there, because I thought the two was right there where that eight was, and I know eight was the second number. It's not like I forgot the code. It's just the last place I saw two was there. So once everything stopped, that's where I was going. Like I was deadlocked onto tapping where I last saw the two, which just happened to be the eight. I didn't see that last second change. So be slightly patient with these puzzles. I mean, they're not particularly difficult, especially if you don't have memory problems like I do. But a bit of patience can reward you in the end too, and you don't have to burn through your disk to hack through some of the stuff. Uh, Nothing fancy in that box. I think the other one has like a bunch of gems in it. Like, ooh. Speaking of gems, we're getting to that point to where we can finally purchase something. I'm not one of these people that like to just hoard resources. Like, if I got it, I'm going to get it. There's no point in holding on until you got like 1,000 gems when the one thing you want costs 100 gems. I'm just not a fan of that. That's just not my mentality when it comes to resources. If you got it, spend it and take advantage of whatever you got as often as possible. It's my theory. So, but there is a visor which I really want, which I think we will need more gems for. About 100 more gems, because that costs 299. You know, and then there's the supply depot, which we're close to unlocking the third slot on that, which will give us daily discs, crystallite, and I forget the other thing. I want to say skill points. So so that would be good, especially since all my or most of the research we got right now is all crystallite. It would be nice to have that source of crystallite, and the acid pistol requires crystallite to be upgraded on top of the metals as well. So, or actually, it might not be skill points; it might be metals. But I mean, whether it's skill points or metals, those discs are very, very important to doing the research and hacking stuff, which they don't give you enough discs. They really don't. So you kind of have to like really pick and choose what you want to research. What's most valuable to you. And yeah, you get a bunch of discs from completing 4-star terrors, but 4-star terrors also offer gems, and we can get discs from other sources, as well as all the other stuff 4-star terrors offer. So, it's just one of those things where like gem is just the rarest resource that 4-star terrors offers. So that's what I tend to lean towards. Like, I think they give crystallite metals, uh, no, crystallite discs, metal or skill points, and gems. Which gems, like I said, is the hardest thing to get, and that's what we need to stock up on. But if we are going to do the supply base upgrades, we'll need a few more gems for that as well. And there's a few researches that require gems, but we're nowhere near having enough for that. I think one of them is like 800 gems. It'll go down by the 20% once we get all the resource or the the reduction costs stipulations completed. But yeah, I'm leaning towards either the supply base upgrade or one of the commander upgrades, which is the visor, which will basically see how much HP enemies have, because now we do have access to the Psi Strike. You saw that in the very first battle, and our Psi Strike right now is doing 350 damage, I believe, and can heal up to like 30 something health. It is something like that. I have to go back and look. And we can't spend skill points to upgrade that to do 500 damage, but I mean, enemies just have red bars right now. We don't know how much HP they have left. And the psi damage along with the grenade damage, if they're static, they won't change at all. So it would be good to know how much HP an enemy has and see if it's actually worth throwing a grenade. Because there's a few times where I've thrown grenades and I don't think it was worth it. Like, they probably had like 100 HP, and the G1s, they're doing 300 damage, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, doing 300 damage to an enemy that has around 100, not really worth it in my point, unless they're about to kill you. Unless it was like an emergency grenade, that's another story. But I've done it without my life being in danger and losing the battle. So I mean, it would just be really good to see the enemy's HP. And then the other thing that I think we can get or very, very close to getting, or for the visor, we need to save up a little bit more for that. But the other thing is the bandolier, which will double our ammo capacity, which will be great because, our ammo capacity is great, as you see throughout all these battles. I don't use the secondary weapons a whole lot just because ammo is hard to come by. But in those situations, like, which will happen a bit later on, where we're close to maxing, you have to expend that ammo. You might as well spend that ammo, that way you're not losing out on ammo. It's kind of one of those situations where you'll end up losing resources if you don't spend the resources you have, which is why I'm a fan of spending resources when you got them to get something that you need or want, rather than holding on to them, because you hold on to them, you run the risk of overflow, which this game doesn't do at all. I know some games will let you like overstock essentially on resources. This game doesn't allow that. Like if you're 20 magnetite from max and you gain 300, guess what? You only got 20 magnetite and 280 of that magnetite is gone, which is great for like a weapon upgrade. That's a pretty significant amount in this game. So, yeah, I would really, really like that visor. But let me know down there in the comment sections what you guys think. I think I do like show off everything that we can get as far as the commander upgrades uh, at some point, and I'll bring it back up once we're here. But should we see how much HP enemies have? And that'll be great info for you if you're going through this as well. You can just, how much HP does this particular enemy have? Come in and watch one of these videos once we have the visor, and you'll know. I really don't know what else to talk about at this point, and there's so much of the video left, and man, it's just one of those things. I really wish this game would pick up internal audio, or maybe I can like double back. Like I said, I'll experiment with some things, and I got something coming that will hopefully fix the issue as well. So, but for this particular video, it kind of sucks that I went through this entire thing without checking to see if there was audio and trying to troubleshoot that. So I do apologize about that. And yeah, but like I said, I don't know what else to talk about at this particular moment, so I'll think at this point we're about halfway through. There was 25 battles total in this area, and this is like battle 11, 12, 13, somewhere around there. So I think we're making it in pretty good time despite enemies hiding behind their shields constantly. So, um, yeah, I took a lot of breaks to let that health regenerate during this. So, with the way I have to record videos now, it allows me to cut out all the loading screens and everything. And I know I mentioned this in the video that I'm uploading alongside this. I know I tend to go on rants and tangents and stuff like that. So, uh, this sort of recording and editing allows me to cut all of those out, or just prevents me from even getting started on those. Like I said, I'm well aware I do it, but if I'm recording live, over that, and I'm in the middle of a rant, but I say something important in the middle of a load screen, I can't cut out that load screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely a different type of challenge, and I definitely welcome it. I think it's making me a better YouTuber for all you, a better content creator, I should say, and it's forcing me to change the way I approach these videos. So it's good. I welcome the challenge, and hopefully you do find this video enjoyable and informative, because that's the main point of the videos that I do upload. Like, this is why I keep all the stories in it and do every single battle. Because the information is important to me. Because I know if I'm going online, going on YouTube or something like that, and I'm looking for a specific thing, I would want all that information there. Is like what enemies, even if that enemy isn't important to achieving my goal, I can remember it as a marker. All right, so this enemy was here, so I have to go this way or do this at this point to accomplish what I need. So I love people who are content creators who do all of that, and that's just kind of my style. Like, the more information, the better you can make a decision. And I can't tell you how many times I've gone to do research and people just like, here it is, not showing you how to get here and everything. It's just like, well, great, I kind of know where that spot is, but on this map there's like three different things that look like that spot, so I'm have to go run to those three spots to see if this is the correct spot. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I honestly don't know what to say. That was a lot of G3 grenades there, and that was a lot of machine gun ammo. And in that shack over there, the commander mentioned before we went into that battle, I do believe that holds our brand new shotgun, which I haven't researched yet. I think we're still working on the cost reduction for that. The ship bearers help a lot with it, but I kind of wish we had the Phoenix missile up so we can just blow up that turret. Phoenix missile is just absolutely amazing, and if you want something to disappear, that's what it's great for. And this shield bearer is lucky. It moved up right as my aim shot was coming off a cooldown, and here we are with a Nether Viper. Vipers are fun. Yeah, they do a lot of damage, but once they're done with that little attacks that they do, they always go into a taunt to where you can do extra damage. And I definitely mismanaged Frisky here, because I should have reloaded, had him reload while we're in the middle of that. And when their health gets low, they'll come run at you. Like, Vipers aren't particularly dangerous in this game. I mean, if they get close to you, oh my goodness, watch out. Don't let them get close to you. But as far as that is kind of like taking on a demolisher or a turret or anything else with a machine gun. So no no worries from them. They're not particularly hard to take out, and they aren't in the sequel, even though the game and the lore hypes them up as these elite bodyguards. I don't feel like they're elite enemies. I mean, they're capable of it, but but they just don't reach that level. So right here, equip the G2s and the U2s just in case this turret does some major damage to us. And yeah, you see the G2 does 550 damage, which is, like I said, static. So it'd be good to have that visor on to see how much HP the enemy has. So, I mean, I guess 500 took about a third of its health, so this enemy probably has around 1600, 1700 HP total. But we don't know that for sure, and with the visor, we will be able to, which is kind of why I want it. And we'll, like I said, we'll still need to save up some gems if we want that. But let me know down there in the comment section if you guys want to see HP, or should I go for the supply and stock up on crystals, and get get a constant source of crystallite to get some of this research done and upgrade our weapons a whole lot. So yeah, once we get done with this puzzle, we get access to copper shotgun research, which is the next tier of shotgun. As you can see, I made a couple of mistakes here. I don't think it was a memory problem. I was just hitting wrong stuff. The one at the end was definitely, I didn't remember. But yeah, some of those early mistakes were just simply hitting the wrong thing. Like, I knew what I wanted to hit, I just didn't hit it. So there it is, the Screamer shotgun. Why was I saying copper shotgun? The Screamer shotgun, 260 units of damage. Our current shotgun only does 130 at base, and I haven't upgraded its damage at all. So it does double the damage that we can do with a shotgun right now. And yeah. Also, let me know down there in the comments, what else would you like to see from this series as we move forward. I haven't gotten any feedback on it. If you guys just want to shorten the videos a whole lot, which with the current state I have to do these videos, they're shortened quite a bit. Like, it cut out a good 20, 30 minutes of this total video out of this. So doing it like this, yeah, it's great. But I mean, would you just like to see each section done in parts? That's what I'm talking about, or the whole thing in general in one go. And again, I'm particular to the whole one go, and I'll put chapters in here and everything. That way you can skip to the fights, the important stuff that you want to see, which is a great thing. I'm so glad the devs over there at YouTube allowed us content creators to do that. Because not everybody has the time to watch a whole 1 hour video, but with the chapters there, you can skip everything I'm saying right now and just go straight to the boss fight. And see how to handle that. And I'd prefer if you guys watch the entire length of the videos, and that just goes for anybody you watch on YouTube in general. Watching the whole video helps them out a whole lot more than just watching 2 minutes of it. But we also understand you may not have 10, 15 minutes to sit there and watch a video, or in this instance, an hour to watch a whole video. So those chapters allow allow you to just directly skip to to the part of the video that you're most interested in, and just watch that. And like I said, every little bit helps all of us. So I do thank all of you for watching. And if you're watching this entire thing, thank you so much. But if you're just here to see the boss battle, that's cool too. You know, I'm just glad you're coming to my channel for this information. And I know this game has been out for what, 6, 7 years now, and there's several other videos, um, or several other content creators that have made videos on this particular game. So I know I'm not the only source when it comes to evolution. And like I said, I've already beaten this game. This is just more of a nostalgia type thing, to where you know remember some of the stuff that led to the events in the sequel that I started the channel for. And just a good old time to relive the commander's journey and everything he went through during his stay on Utopia. And if you're playing the sequel, he's made it back to Earth, and the status of him right now is questionable. Because he did send a message saying that there was another red plague attack on Earth that pretty much wiped out the planet. Like, Earth is done. As far as we the players are concerned, Earth is finished. But we don't know if the commander is finished. And be really, really awesome in Evolution 2 if he does. He's on that ship that's headed towards Utopia right now, and we can get him as an ally. Can you guys imagine having the commander as an ally? I think that would be so amazing. I have no idea what his abilities would be. Like, I guess his cooldown would be some sort of Psi strike, because we don't have an ally that can do that, and we know that the Psi powers aren't restricted to just one person or one thing. Yeah, you have to go through a process to unlock Psi powers if you have access, or if you have the ability to them. Not everybody has access to Psi powers, but there's a good handful of people that do. Like, through our trip through the Elysian bunker and the spot before that, can't remember, we found the Phoenix missile, and test subjects that Adam Cruz and Kingpin were using to actually test the Phoenix missile with. So there's more people out there capable of going under the psionic research, and that part right there, like, whoa, that sniper got me. I wasn't shielded, so that shot, I was standing when she released that shot, so I took full damage from that, and I wasn't supposed to take that much damage from that battle. But luckily, we level up, and what do? Oh, I go to the reconnaissance center because we've completed our shield bearer research, and I think we got a shield bearer fight coming up. So now our crit damage against the shield bearer is increased by 5%, which every pistol or every weapon in this game does have some kind of crit chance, versus the sequel where it's just as one of Blake's abilities. So, and it's upgradable. We can upgrade the weapons, or each weapon's crit chance, and this is the new area with the Berserker spiders, and they're blue in this game. They're blue and red. So, like, just this is part of the fun of doing this is just the subtle little changes like that. Berserker spiders are blue and red in this game instead of just that red orange that they are in the sequel. So, uh, here is where I was talking about with the shotgun ammo. Like, I know I am full. That was like, I think that's like a total of 9, 10 shotgun ammo there. So I immediately go into a battle to waste some shotgun ammo, and I don't think I succeed very well in doing that. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I know I use a grenade shot at some point in this battle, because like it's like right now I'm not conscious. Like, I know I went into this battle to use shotgun, but this first little area there just wasn't a good opportunity to use the shotgun. And yeah, here's a shield bearer, a raider, and a sniper. So that's up. Boom. Let's grenade them. And the grenade damage, once we get the screamer shotgun crafted, fully researched and crafted, was, yeah, they make you do that in this game. Um, that grenade damage should be increased. So as you notice, like, since we've gotten the acid pistol, our aim shot's been doing about 340 to a little over 400 damage. That damage scales off the power of the weapon. So as we get more and more powerful weapons, the more these secondary abilities, more damage these secondary abilities will do. And these are also upgradable via the tactics and strategy section. So that little area where the Berserker Spire was is a great place to farm skill points, which is the little body targets. They're not stars, the masteries in the sequel. But that's where we can upgrade these abilities, like our side strike and the abilities of our stasis shot, our aim shot, the grenade launcher. So the two ways to increase those damage types, except for the side strike, I don't think there's any research outside of using skill points that can increase our side damage. But I mean, that's part of the reason why we're going through this. And that enemy dropped shotgun ammo, and I don't have enough health. There's two demolishers out here, and I do not have enough health to go and take them, or at least enough health that I'm comfortable with in taking them out. I go attack this dude because that cache I opened up, or that box I opened up, dropped some more shotgun ammo, and again, I'm maxed. Like, this shotgun holds 6 bullets and 44. So yeah, I am at max shotgun ammo, and I don't think I use a lot of shotgun ammo here. I try to, but again, kind of like the first battle I tried wasting shotgun ammo on, there just wasn't a lot of good opportunities to do so. So, yeah. I really, really, really hate wasting resources. I hate when I'm at max, and that resource shows up and I cannot collect it. Like, it oh my gosh. See, that would have been a rant moment. Yeah, I can't. I can't. I can't stand it. Like, oh my goodness. And I know there's plenty more ammo to come, but this is where that bandolier will come in handy, because it will double our ammo capacity for everything. So 400 AR bullets, 400 machine gun bullets, and 100 shotgun bullets. I believe it is, or maybe it's two. No, we're at 200 AR bullets right now, and 200 machine gun bullets. Yeah, so those would go up to 400, and the shotgun ammo would go up to 100 with the bandolier, which we can get right now. So, like, again, let me know down there in the comment section what we should spend our gems on. Should we get the HP visor, the bandolier? I'm not going to bring up the base attack, the knife thing, which will do double damage to base attack, because we're not going to do base attacks on camera a whole lot. But I think the other ability, what is it? What is it? I can't think of it right now. But Blake has one more which we can get right now as well. That I don't think is that critical. I want that either that HP visor or the bandolier. I think are the two most important things there. And then like I said, the supply base, which if we save up a few more, we will have access to a daily supply of either crystals, disc, and metals. I want to say, I want to say it's metals, but I'm not 100%. It's either metals or skill points. Pretty sure it's metals, but I could be wrong on that. And I go into that screen twice a day, but I don't look at what's below because we need at least 250 gems to unlock the third slot, and the fourth slot is 500 gems. But that's more crystallite, more disc, and more of whatever that third resource is. So the 250 slot will give us 50 crystallite, whereas the 500 gem slot will give us 100 crystallite. You know, uh, and up there where that magnetite is, like, well, oh, I think right after I get done with this, the KKND goes on sale. Like Rebecca is selling the KKND, and yeah, that's 1,600 gems. So that'd be a good reason to save gems for special offers for Rebecca. But like 1,600 gems for a new partner, yeah, that's a lot right now. That's really a lot, and we'll get gems eventually. We'll eventually get to a point to where we can save up that that many gems. And I'm not saying that the KKND is not worth it, because in this game it totally is, and it just tears people up in PvP. Like, KKND is probably one of the best units in this game, especially early game, like, which we're still in. We're still in early game, but oh my goodness, like, oh my goodness, and here we are, like I said, we were maxed on machine gun ammo, and there's some machine gun enemies coming up which they like to drop machine gun ammo, so why not use some of this machine gun stuff? Can you imagine if your machine gun in the sequel did that much damage that fast? Like, I love machine guns in this game. It's just, but I'm doing my best to save the ammo for the secondary weapons until we have more powerful ones, especially things like the dragon shotgun, the dragon machine gun, the acid machine gun, stuff like that. So yeah, this is just one of those things, and it's a good fight to use it on. I mean, there's a demolisher here, there's a sniper who did not stand a chance, but look at all that damage. This is like 56 per shot. It just how many hits is that? That's like 5-6 hits per second, which is ridiculous. I love it. But I think this area has the boss on it, and yep, there he is, the Ripper, and his name is Hydra. So this is what I was saying earlier about enemies, how this game has enemies that we haven't necessarily seen in the sequel. So, like, where are these enemies at? Like, did they just, like, completely push them aside, or they just don't want to use them? Like, we're not necessarily done with the red faces, because we still fight red face terrors on a daily basis, but your red face story is pretty much done outside of Frisky and what he wants from Morales, which my guess right now is either to apologize, revenge, or I came up with a third one recently is that he wants to join us to help get revenge for his losses. I won't say what his losses were. You'll just have to go play the second game or watch one of my videos to actually get that information. But yeah, Frisky does appear in the sequel. He's not a partner as of yet, and I'm kind of hoping they're using the situation he is now to make him a partner, which is my third guess. Like somebody in the Discord uh, posed the question, what's up with Frisky? What does Frisky want? And those two things I said first, which was either apologize or threaten Morales, were my two initial thoughts. Then, like a couple of days later, it's like that. Wait, maybe he wants to. He's calmed down. He's thought about it and realizes it wasn't necessarily our fault, and wants to help us get get revenge on the people that or on the things that took something from them. So I hopefully that's the situation and it'll be resolved soon. But there's just so much mystery in the second game right now. Like, oh my goodness, so much unknowns right now, which is crazy. So, here is the Ripper. And this thing is pretty much an armored demolisher. Now, can you imagine the demolisher being armored in Evolution 2? Like, I can't. Like, I mean, granted, I'm at a position where I should be able to deal with it rather easily. But at the same time, armored units, especially with all the changes they made to vulnerabilities and damage and everything, like armored enemies are pretty beefy, and they just got a little bit more beefy since everything now does less damage outside of frag damage and psionic damage. So, like, an armored demolisher. Whew, whew. I, yeah, I'm gonna let you guys think about that, especially if you've played the second one. Like I said, if you're like built up, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. But for like newer players and people trying to get their way through mid game, yeah, I think that thing would pose a problem. So, and like I said, there's a whole bunch of enemies in this game. Like they've got like 4 or 5 different types of crawlers, aka sliders, as they like to call them, in this game. Yeah, and in the sequel, there's only 3 of them, and one of them is not nearly as strong as it was in this one. So it's the changes and everything. So we already have the storage depot built. We just needed the magnetite to actually terraform, which I went and did some of the daily missions for, and we don't have enough to actually build the mine. So you need 1,200 magnetite total to actually build this mine, along with what was that 200 biofuel and 100 steel, or was it 100 biofuel and 100 steel? So here is the Berserker Spider Challenge. You these events right here is how you get skill points and access to all the research and upgrades and stuff like that. So a lot of those buildings, such as that reconnaissance building, the embassy, the supply base, those were all researches I pulled from here. And the resource you get from doing these particular events. And by doing these, uh, you can not only upgrade the power of your aim shot and side strike and stuff like that, but you get access to those amazing, amazing buildings. And there's the Berserker Spider. Oh my goodness, it's coming at us! No sir, no sir, die, die! Yeah, the thing with Berserker Spiders in this particular stage is when they show up, don't kill anything else, because you do, they're gonna come running at you. Which can pose a really big problem for you, because you don't want these things in your face. Just like in the sequel, you do not want a Berserker Spider in your face. These things do massive amounts of damage with their melee attacks. So, I mean, unlike the sequel, you can actually do something about it in this and just keep them back there for as long as possible. And it'll give you a chance to actually take them out before they can do any major damage. The reason why I'm using so much shotgun here is because one of the tasks is to kill enemies with a shotgun, and that got in my face. So yeah, I had to take it out with the Berserker Spider out there, and you see the Berserker Spider is coming, and it's glowing red, and it wants to kill me, which it's not going to get the chance to. I'm too powerful. But because the Berserker Spider was coming, it made me take focus off this slider here. And yeah, he's gonna come in and do some damage, and I can't focus in on his buddy like I want to. And then there's a bomber, which those gotta go immediately. You don't want those things blowing up on you either. Yeah, I think this is the one that takes me out. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's different and really out of my control on how different it is, but I will try to do some things to get that back under control and everything. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you all have an awesome, awesome day. If you haven't done it already, this is just me showing all the research that we can get from that upgraded turrets, stuff like that. So you can freeze frame that and see everything, like the health regeneration comes from there as well. But if you haven't done it already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell. That way you never miss out on an upload going up on the channel. And follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Discord, all that good stuff. Links will be down there in the description section. And I hope you all have an awesome, awesome day, and I'll see you later, gamers.